Hello to my fellow history lovers and people that think if I learned something new today, it will be a good day. Well, we're going to talk about personal branding during the American Revolution and the difference between this guy, who is Ben Franklin, and these people who are the aristocracy, king and queen of France. So here's what's happening. Ben Franklin is in France during the American Revolution trying to get the French to come in on our side. Well, one of the things he does to distinguish himself is he shows up in a fur cap. This obviously isn't real. They think it was a beaver cap, and just with his sort of wispy gray hair. And it very, very much distinguishes him in all the salons. Remember, he was at Versailles quite a lot from the king and queen and all of the aristocracy who have powdered hair and wigs and silks. But he does this on purpose. So, what he's trying to do is promote this idea of an American idea of virtue, sort of a man of the people. He's not going to have to wear wigs and silks, that his own nobility comes from within him. And that, mind you, will eventually sort of roll into what becomes the French Revolution, which won't end up well for these people, which is the Marie Antoinette and the king, of course, will end up beheaded during the French Revolution. And I'm not putting that on Ben Franklin's shoulders, not the responsibility. I don't mean that. But I mean, that is all part of this movement of setting yourself aside as we no longer need an aristocracy. And this guy, Ben Franklin, understood this idea of a personal brand early, early on. And so when he was in France, he specifically went around very plain with this, beaver cap and his gray hair, and wanted to be seen as the embodiment of the virtue of the American everyday man, as a eventually as going to lead themselves versus the aristocracy. So anyway, thank you for letting me share. And next time you put on a baseball cap or a crown, depending on what you like, realize it's all personal branding. And if you find yourself thinking, that's kind of interesting, that whole French Revolution, American Revolution, the fact that Ben Franklin was there in Paris trying to get them to help us, very much influenced by the Battle of Saratoga, you can read Cap Westguard and the Second Battle of Saratoga and travel there without having to worry whether you wear a wig or not.